And breaking right now, at least 2 people are dead after a train derailment in South Carolina. This all happened around 2:30 this morning. These images right here, these are the latest images just in from the scene. This particular image that you're looking at is from WTSP. Now, officials say beyond the 2 people who were killed, at least 70 others were injured in the crash when an Amtrak train from New York collided with a freight train. And this morning, police are issuing a warning after a disturbing social media post begins making its rounds. Now, listen to this. It's a video of reported child porn, and it has tricked many into sharing it with others, which leads me to ask the question, why? However, police say you should watch what you click on, or else you could actually be the one facing charges. Our Ken Brown explains what you're going to need to know so that you don't face any legal trouble. Police are looking into the postings and want to tell people that if you haven't seen it, don't go looking for it, since finding it could result in prosecution. Now, with Super Bowl Sunday upon us, the Ohio State Highway Patrol is asking you to party responsibly. Troopers say over last year's Super Bowl Sunday, there were 4 fatalities, 135 injuries, and 66 OVI arrests. Now, they hope this year's numbers are lower. And as you're out today, you're going to notice those message boards on the highways urging football fans to designate a sober driver or get an Uber or a Lyft. Now, as always, if you notice dangerous or impaired driving, be sure to just dial pound 677. And also this morning, a Cincinnati Bengal has found himself in trouble with the law. And right now, the Columbus, Indiana community is mourning after a 7-year-old girl dies from flu complications. Savannah Jessie passed away Thursday at Columbus Regional Hospital. She had been diagnosed with the flu, strep, and scarlet fever all just a day before. Matthew McClellan has more on how the community is now coping. Well, happening tomorrow, repair work is set to get underway in the Lateral Tunnel after that horrific crash last week. Weather permitting, the 2nd Street ramp to northbound I-71 will be shut down Monday through Thursday. The closures will allow crews to repair the barrier wall, which was damaged after that crash you just saw. ODOT says drivers should use 5th Street as a detour while repairs are being completed. And coming up, we're going to check back in with our Sarah Selly in our Toyota Storm Tracker. And right now, this is a live look. You can see those wet roads as a wintry mix has found the tri-state. A live report with her coming up. Well, yeah, as you just saw right there in Sarah's live shot, it did kind of look like there was
accumulating a little bit on the edges.
Just a little bit, but still that can mean something for drivers out there. It's Super Bowl Sunday, right? And since our Bengals are not in the big game, that can only mean one thing. It's time to focus on that game day spread, and I'm ready for it. This morning, we are welcoming the food hussy. Well, breaking right now, at least 2 people are dead after a train derailment in South Carolina. This happened just outside of Columbia, South Carolina, earlier this morning around 2:30. This image is the latest from the scene, courtesy of WTSP. Now, officials say we're getting new numbers on this, that at least 50 others were injured in that crash when an Amtrak train from New York heading to Miami collided then with a freight train. 147 passengers were on board. That's more than what were believed earlier. Right now, the NTSB is launching an investigation. Information, as you know, is still coming in from the scene. We will be sure to bring you the very latest as we know more on the air and online, fox19now.com. And really quick, before we wrap up, let's get a check of that forecast.